Some of the items in my new kit are actually inspired by some stuff that I have in real life in my office. So now that the kit is out, I thought it could be kind of fun for us to try to recreate my real office using those new kit items. And also, one of my goals with this kit was to try to give simmers the tools to better recreate their real life rooms in the game. I don't know about you, but I have tried to build my real house many times over the years in The Sims. When I first moved into this house, I built it in The Sims and tried to envision what it would look like when I furnished it. We have all done it, and I feel like this kit is gonna help me do that even more. And you see me from this angle all the time, but I don't really show the rest of the room all that often, so maybe it'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna show you some real and honest photos of what the room actually looks like that I just took just now. I probably could have moved some stuff out of the way and like hidden some cords first, but I don't want to lie, this is what it normally looks like. So this is the angle when you first come into the room. I'm standing in the doorway right here. I've got my cube shelves in the back. I've got like a little chair in the corner. You can see a bunch of my books and like Sims posters and little things that I've collected. I've got a bookshelf on the side and also a fan because it gets really hot in here in the summer. You can also see that one of the light bulbs in my ceiling is burnt out and I can't replace the bulb. I, for some reason, can't get that orb off of the light, like it won't come off. The other two will, but that one won't. So I can't replace that bulb. It's been burnt out for like 6 months. I tried, Dan tried, my dad tried. We can't replace the bulb and I don't want to break it. So I'll just deal with it. It's fine. I also have like a little cart in the back corner and I keep like some extra tech stuff in that cart. It's a little bit hidden by the bookshelf. There's also a blanket on top of it right now, but I have like an extra mouse that I use for my baking streams and just things like that. Okay, so here's my desk angle and this is what I mean by cords. I probably could have tried to like rearrange the cat cam or something, but you can see I've got this like IKEA desk. I have 2 IKEA Alex drawers and then it's actually a countertop from IKEA sitting on the top of it. And then I have this little tiny Target bookshelf that's basically the exact same height and I've put it next to it in the corner. So it kind of looks like a corner desk. There's just a void of cords down there in between the shelf and the drawers, but it's closed off and hidden, which is nice. I've got 3 monitors, I've got my lights and my camera and like my PCs over there. I also have a little cork board and like some storage things on the wall. You can see I have my cat tree and Snap's little cat bed on the floor. The weird little camera on the tripod on that table, I just move around because she might sit up here or she might sit down there and I have her on the cat cam a lot on stream. So I just pick it up and move it. I also have a little basket on my desk that I usually keep that mirror in and I do my makeup for my videos at my desk too, but right now it's out. I use these headphones to stream mostly because they're more comfortable than these. Right now they're just out. I can hang them up. I've got like a little bit of a hook underneath my desk, but they're on the desk right now. And if you look closely, I've got kind of a cute like floral desk mat as well. And this is actually an angle that I've never shown before. This is where the closet is in my office. I have another little set of cube shelves and that also just has a ton of extra cord storage, like random camera equipment, like just all that stuff goes in there. I also have my old PC right there right now that is broken. And I've got Dan's PS5 sitting there right now because I intend to make a Sims console video, but I haven't yet. So it's just right there. You can also see like a little corner of my LED sign above my bookshelf. In that closet is actually like the AC unit and stuff. It's not even fully finished. Like it's not a real closet. I'm in kind of a weird room that used to be almost like an attic space. That's why the ceiling's kind of weird right there. Like it's just, this is a weird shaped room. And I really should have hidden some stuff before I took those photos, but it's fine. All of our rooms have weird stuff in them, right? Now let's try and make it in The Sims. I have done this before, but it was different before because I didn't have a kit full of stuff that I had specifically requested they make for me. I'm gonna do this from the angle that I'm facing, basically. So this is where my desk will go. And then we've got kind of like a weird little hallway almost where the door is. I would say it's about 2 tiles wide. Maybe like 2.5 even, but it's The Sims 4, so we can't get the scale exactly right. And then we have the same thing with the closet. I don't know, is that what the room is shaped like? I guess that's kind of how it is. Maybe I should have made it a little bit smaller. That feels a bit more like the actual size. This light feels similar enough to us. We can just pretend that one of the bulbs is burnt out. I'm also gonna add some extra lights in here just because it's nicer in The Sims. I don't have lights in those areas in real life, but it would be too dark in game, so I'd rather have it. Oh my god, I have no packs installed. Ooh. Hold on. I want to get all the packs for this. Okay, I'm coming back. I've re-enabled all of them. I was doing some limited pack builds to test out the other 2 kits, but this one, I want to be able to use everything. I need like the high school years cart and the city living posters and stuff like that. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna make the walls shorter too, because we don't want to have medium wall height for this. My ceilings are actually kind of short because this is like a weird attic type room. And this looks a lot like the window that I have, this high school years window. So maybe I'll put that there. We may want to shrink the room more than this too. That's probably probably better actually. Because when I think about the stuff from the kit, really the desk fits exactly on this wall. But what I'm thinking I might do is gonna be a little bit different than how it looks in real life, because I'm not gonna do the corner thing because I'd rather use this desk, but I might put like something like this little table next to it, or maybe even the one from Cool Kitchen. Oh, that's probably better, honestly. But maybe I can just put that right next to the desk. Or do I dare make it even smaller than this? I don't know. I'm not sure how to best do it. We lose one of the drawers if we do it like this. We've kind of shrunk it too far. That's why it's so hard to do this in The Sims, because no matter what you do, it's always gonna be a little bit off. Like in real life, this wall is probably like 2.5 tiles wide, and the desk is a little bit longer than this. And it's just, you can't do that in game. The scale is never right, but it's fine. Even like with this computer, it's just got 2 monitors. The mic's not on an arm hanging, but this is just more practical for The Sims, so it's better to use. Also, my desk chair looks nothing like this. This is so much cuter, and I don't even mind. I'm just gonna use the cute one because I like it better than mine. I also have my PC over here, so I'll put that back there. Mine is just like all white. I like the rainbow though, so maybe I will use the all white version. On this little table, I have a pencil cup and I also have a lamp. My lamp does not look like this. Should I probably use something more similar to what I actually have, right? My pencil cup is also entirely wooden, but maybe I'll just use this one. And maybe instead of the basket that I have, I can put this desk organizer, because that kind of has similar energy. Okay, I'm gonna put these two. Oh no, wait, with 2? It's too big. With 1, it's too small. What do we do? Oh no, that makes me feel sad. I guess we'll just do it with 1. Because in my room, I have 2 that are 3x3. Like I have so many cubes back there, but these are 2x4. I think this size is a little bit more practical long term. Mine's also solid white, so I'll do that. My desk looks like this though. I have like the wood desktop. Okay, so from high school years, I know we have that little cart. I even compared it to this cart, and mine is pink. So we'll use that. I've got a big plant in this corner that kind of looks like the one from Dine Out. It's pretty dark back there in that corner, so you can't really tell. There is a plant back there. And then we have a nice comfy chair. I don't really know which one is best. It almost has this shape to it. I'm like looking at this right now trying to decide. Oh, I like the look of this one, and this one's texture is more similar, and it's kind of like a grayish color. Oh, I don't think I want it to be a grayish color. I'm just gonna use it in this plain white. That's better. Oh no, I might need to extend this again, because I have a cat tree right here and it won't fit otherwise, but this is way bigger than my room is, but the cat tree won't fit, and Snap needs her cat tree. This is why it would be nice if we had like more space, you know? If only the cat trees in The Sims weren't so ugly. Mine is actually kind of like this with it just being a platform, but it does have 2 platforms. So maybe this one is better, and it's beige. It's just like classic cat tree beige. I feel like it might even be better sized down. Like that feels more accurate. Wait, maybe I can shrink the room again then. I can try and scoot it over a little bit. And maybe we could even like not have the shelves centered on the wall. Are mine? Oh, mine are. Well, that's okay. We can just do some like pretending because it's The Sims and it's not gonna be perfect. But that way it fits. And scale-wise, I feel like that is more appropriate for what the room is like. The rug that we made is directly inspired by the rug that I have in real life, so we can absolutely use this one. Mine is kind of like this. Mine actually has a mix of like pink and green in it, but it has this sort of pattern. So we could do that. And then I have like a small IKEA Billy bookshelf right here. It's shorter than that though. See, I always used to use these when I would make my office. And these are cute too, and they are 3x3, but I prefer these ones being empty because then you can decorate them more custom. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this to replace the bookshelf, or maybe the Book Nook kit ones, because we could maybe do this, and that is possibly a slightly better height for it. And they're just white, these bookshelves that I have. I also have that tall fan, but we don't have that in The Sims. This is kind of similar in shape to the fan, so maybe we could just put that there as like a symbol of the fan. And this feels like it's too big, honestly. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. This is hard. Even like these doorways are too big because they're just about the same size as the door. And then this is definitely a little bit too small. It needs to be like till there, but maybe we could find something else that is simple that we could put instead of the cube shelves. Like maybe something like this could go over here and we could just rearrange. When you build it in The Sims, it makes you feel like you have too much furniture. I'm like embarrassed. I feel like I got too much stuff. Yeah, I think I am gonna shrink this. I just feel like it makes more sense. I do have something that's in the game on this wall as well. I've had this for a while. They sold this on the Sims merch store a long time ago. They used to have like a print on demand kind of merch store, and I bought this cow plant picture on it. So I've got that hanging up on this wall, and it's literally that picture, like that exact one. And then same thing, I have some Sims posters behind me. Let me just go into debug. I need to look at city living for these. Okay, I have this Bob Pancakes poster. I got this one. What the heck? Where are the other ones? Oh, they're just on the top row. Okay, I have that one and I have this one. Okay, I had to triple check the order, but this is correct. This is what I have behind me. They gave those to me at an early access event for City Living before City Living came out. So in like 2017, this was like a gift to all of the people who came to the event, and I've had them hung up ever since. They feel kind of like a relic now that I've had them for so long. I also have an LED light strip. I wonder if we could use something from high school years for this. Mine is like resting on top of the table. So maybe we could do that. Oh, and I'll go get a sim so we can change the color. I usually just change the color based on what I'm wearing. So if I've got a pink shirt on, I'll make it pink. Right now I've got this red shirt on, so I made it red. Oh my God. I just bulldozed the lot. Oh, I'm actually the dumbest person alive. What? Why did I do that? What was I thinking? Wow. Oh my God. Wow. I cannot believe I just did that. Okay, hold on. Let me just build it again real quick. I'm so embarrassed. Of course I didn't save. Unless I did. Let me go to the main menu and just check. No, I don't think I did. Oh my God. Why did I do that? That was just like a major lapse in judgment. Like I just wasn't thinking. Oh, there's something there. It's a worse version of it. Don't bulldoze it. But there's a starting point. Oh, it's when I closed and reopened the game so that I could get all my packs installed. All right, give me a minute. I'll put it all back. Okay, it hasn't actually been that bad. Once you've built it and it's this small, it's not that hard to put back. Most of the time that we spent was like trial and error. I am extremely annoyed with myself though. I can't believe I did that. Okay, we are back to where we started a few minutes ago. Hey, here's an idea. Let's save. I'm almost feeling like I don't want to put this extra little shelf next to the desk. Or maybe I want to like do it differently somehow. It's not as accurate this way, but I just think like in terms of Sims scale, I'm gonna prefer it. I think for curtains, I'm gonna use these. Mine are a lot more sheer than that, but this has some sheer, so it feels like it kind of at least fits a little bit. Oh, and I had the LED lights as well. These are the reason we had this problem in the first place. Okay, let me change the color of these. I'm gonna make them pink, and I'll probably make them a lot more dim, although you can't really even tell that they're pink when they're that dim, can you? Whoa, hello. You come to help out? Okay. That's fine though. I like it. And then over here, I've got like my YouTube plaques on this wall. I don't really know what is similar to a 1,000,000 subscribers plaque. You know what? Maybe we do the horse ones. That might even work. There's also these certificates of completion. I could do like the small one for the More Simsy silver plaque, and then we could have the bigger one gold for Lil Simsy's 1,000,000 sub plaque. Here's a fun little detail. You can't see the More Simsy one, but that's the Lil Simsy 1,000,000 sub plaque. My Lil Simsy 100K plaque is in that shelf because they changed the style of them. So my Lil Simsy ones don't match. That doesn't really bother me. Like I think it's kind of cool to have the two different styles, but that's why we've got two different channels next to each other over here. I also have a couple little cross stitch things that some people have made for me on this wall. I have one of Pietro and one of Rick Astley that were given to me by viewers. I might just hang up these empty ones for now, although I could see if I could buy them on Plopsy. Let me just see if there's any cross stitch hoops. There's a large one and it's got a gnome. Yeah, maybe I'll just use the one. It's nice, it's decorative. You can kind of tell what we're going for. And let me start looking at some more of the stuff from the gamer kit because we can start trying to add some of these things in. The problem with this kit is that it's got a lot of stuff that I would like to have in real life, but it's not really stuff that I have in real life. Like I don't have this poster, obviously. I would kill for a My Sims Kingdom poster, but I don't have one. I do have some like random art on that wall that I don't really care about, so maybe I'll put the My Sims Kingdom poster just for the vibes. I also don't actually have any of these pegboards, but I like them so much in The Sims, and I'm wondering if maybe we could try to use them over here. Because on this wall, I have a couple like magnet boards. So I feel like putting the pegboard up there feels like maybe a good in-between. I also have an LED sign on this wall, so maybe I'll use that. Although the LED sign is more like directly right there. Maybe I should just use the single pegboard to replace the magnet board, because that looks more like what I actually have. I have a cork board that I have on this wall, and I think I'm gonna use the pastel pastel kit corkboard. This one is way cuter than mine. This is way nicer than what I actually have. But mine has flowers on it. They're printed on it kind of like that is, but mine's not got like cute wavy borders or anything. I don't really know how to emulate the lights that I have. There are some things like that. I'm thinking about like this kind of thing, or maybe, whoa, or maybe even this one. No, this is probably better. I wonder if I could raise them up a little bit. This is the thing, having a desk that you use to like record and stream games is ugly. The kit has a lot of nicer stuff. I would way rather these be white, but in reality, they are black. And then I have my camera on a little tripod right here. I wonder if I could still do that. I could probably size it down. It's not actually on a tripod. My camera's on a monopod, so it's just like one middle mount on the desk. And I have a camera that's, oh no, that's so ugly. Okay, hold on. Let's think about this real quick. I'm gonna move the desk out of the way and I'm just gonna raise this up and we'll like try to slot it on there and then we can put the desk back. Okay, that kind of works. That's kind of like what we actually have. I do also have a lamp on this little side table. Just remember that this thing is actually over here. And I usually have my like switch on this side table, stuff like that. My lamp, I don't even like it anymore. It's got like a cactus shape and I've had it since I was in high school. We don't really have a cactus shaped lamp. Oh, I do keep a candle on that little side table sometimes too. I don't have one there right now. I also haven't lit a candle in this room in probably 2 years, but I have a candle. I have a candle that exists there. You know, sometimes you just have a candle that's like decoration. Yeah, like that. Okay, how about this idea? Because I also have my game controllers are like mounted on the side of this thing. So they're like right here next to me. Maybe because we can't put the controllers on the side, we can just put it on the table. I think that's good. I also have my water bottle on my desk a lot of the time. I want the cowplant one. Mine is actually like a pinky purple, but I would rather have the cowplant one. So I'm gonna use that one. I don't currently have a book on my desk, but I might put one of these up here too, just because I want to have some more clutter. On top of this, oh, that's where the candle is right now. I have my candle on top of this thing. My candle is pink, so maybe I'll use that swatch. Oh, I need my headphones on my desk too. Okay, I'll put those just here. My headphones and my controller are both white. They don't light up rainbow though, but I guess that's fine. It's not gonna be perfect. I need to cheat for some money too. We're running low. Okay, so in this bookshelf, I've got just a bunch of books basically. It's not as cute as that. I also have some little plushy stuff. So maybe we get some things out of Nifty Knitting. Like for example, I don't actually have an octopus plushie. I have a Stanley Humphrey plushie, but we can put an octopus plushie because if given the opportunity to have an octopus plushie, I would probably get one. I just don't currently have one. I also have a lizard plushie on top of this. That's not really gonna work right now. So, oh, there's this thing too. Oh, I wonder if that's better because that's more than just the one, but I don't know, maybe we shouldn't do that. The clutter cross stitch hoops aren't as good. If I were building this room in The Sims, I would totally put like hanging plants and stuff. I don't have a hanging plant in here, so I'm not gonna. Oh, I also don't have this Grim Reaper plushie, but same thing. If given the opportunity to have the Grim Reaper plushie, I probably would. So maybe I'll put it on my desk. Right now, I've got a freezer bunny on this chair. I wonder if we could put like one of those little freezer bunny decorative things. Oh my God, freezer bunny stage prop. That's as small as it gets. And these ones are always black. Mine's pink. I don't want it. Okay, let's put a video game console on this. There we go. PS5 just placed right here. I also have a plant. It's just a fake plant, but maybe I'll use the Gamer Kit fake plant. That looks a little bit nicer than it looks in real life. So I'm gonna stick to that. I do also have a cat bed. Like if we're being honest with ourselves, there is a cat bed right here. Is it weird that it's right in front of this? A little bit, but Snap picks and chooses where she wants to sit. Mine's also just gray. Like it's nothing really that fancy or pretty. So maybe I should just use that gray color. This is about realism, okay? I do have, and you can't really tell. Like I think on camera you can't really tell, but this wall is actually light pink. And then all of the other walls are just white. I don't wanna paint all of the walls pink in my office because I'm nervous about it making me look pink. So I don't wanna have like pink in front of me. I already look pink enough. And then we have kind of like a light wood floor color. Something maybe like that. Maybe I'll get rid of the lamp. I just don't like it. Okay, let's go back and think a bit more about other little things that we can put. I do actually have a picture that my friend Shella drew for me, and it's of me and Stanley Humphrey, but maybe I'll put a cat picture in here for now, because that does sort of fit. And maybe I'll store like an extra video game controller or something. I don't have an extra video game controller up there, but we can put one. Or maybe I should have used this on the top and something, oh my God, these do not want to fit, do they? I want to have this camera. Oh, put it on top of the books. Oh, that's really cool actually. Yeah, let's do that. And I'll make it like a cute green color. That's fine. We can just leave the shelves like that. So in real life, I've got like little cubes at the bottom of the whole shelf. So we basically have little baskets, and they're kind of textured as well. It's sort of like that texture. It's very basket vibes. This thing fits perfectly in the cubes, but I don't know if that's really what I want. We're gonna have to decide if we care more about color or about like vibes, because it's, oops, I didn't type that right. My cat's still on my keyboard, so I'm having a hard time like kind of actually playing. Cause like this one might be good for the color, but it's just full of paper. It's like a box of files, which maybe isn't the cutest thing in the world, but it does kind of have that same energy. And when you zoom out, like it kind of looks similar. Okay, I'm gonna put a little picture in one. That's symbolic of like the plaque that I have. I also have a stack of Sims games in one of them. Mine has Katy Perry's Sweet Treats in it. I'm gonna raise it up. That's why I put all this stuff here, so I can raise it up. But I wanna have more Sims games, I think. Maybe on the top I'll put Sims Medieval. Or no, the Sims 3, my beloved. Okay, that just takes up a little bit more space. I don't have grilled cheese bookends, but I would probably have grilled cheese bookends if I was given the opportunity. I also don't have an alarm clock, but I would probably have that if I was given the opportunity. So I'll just put those back there. I'm not gonna try and recreate each shelf individually because like these are too small and I don't want to deal with like alt placing stuff, so I just won't. On the top of it, I have my Animal Crossing Lego. I've got a lamp. I have like a little teddy bear. Oh my God, I can put this. I literally have an extra keyboard in this. Mine is black, but I'm gonna get a cuter one. I literally do have a keyboard right there though. I also have like this little Twitch trophy that they gave me. It's kind of like the equivalent of a YouTube plaque, but it's like a little bleeding heart trophy and it's for watch hours on Twitch instead of subscribers like it is on YouTube. So I could probably try to find something that's similar to that in a second too. Oh, this lamp is kind of like what I have. Mine's a bit smaller though. And I'm gonna let myself just custom alt place everything because it's not gonna want to fit right. Okay, I'm gonna use this little guy because I literally have a teddy bear sat right there. I'm just gonna size him up. The trophy is purple, but it's kind of shaped like this. It's just a heart instead of like the camping one, but maybe I'll use that because I don't really want to have anything this dramatic, you know? So that's a bit better. I actually have another candle over there too, so we could use the same one, but just in like a different color. We get the donut one instead. I don't have a donut candle, but that would be cool if I did. I don't really know what to put on this in place of the Lego. I'm almost thinking that it would be better just to pick something that's like kind of cute. It doesn't have to be exactly the right thing. It just has to be kind of similar vibes, I guess. I do also have a plant, so I might use this one. I know I used it already, but I'm gonna use it again. There's more plushies over there. I literally have so many plushies. Maybe I'll just put books instead of the Lego, because that's fine. I'm gonna use this little penguin. That's so cute. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking for the back shelves. That might even be everything for the whole room. Maybe I'll put a couple postcards on this. I actually use this as a pin board, so I've got a bunch of pins on it, but I'll put some postcards, maybe from my favorite world, Brindleton Bay, and Sunset Valley from my favorite Sims game, The Sims 3. I didn't put anything on this either. I just have magnets on this. I don't really know how to emulate magnets. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm actually not gonna use the board. I'm gonna use a decoration from high school years instead. I'm gonna put this. This is like a wall of Polaroid pictures, but it kind of has the busyness that the magnet board has because there's so many things and I don't wanna have to place them all individually. I really like those pegboards. I just don't have one, you know, like the kid is a daydream. So I don't actually own one in real life. I'm kind of like trying to look around and just see if there's anything that we missed. I do have a little side table next to this thing. I'm nervous about trying to fit one in though, because doesn't it just feel like there's so much furniture happening in this little corner? My little side table is just like a little wooden one. That is not the vibes. It also has a plant on it. Maybe I'll use this one because I do like this plant. Maybe I just try and size it down though. Ooh, that has pink. Okay, I like that. Let's do that. It's worth it. It's tight, but I guess this corner's tight now as well. So, wow. Okay, well, that's my entire office built in The Sims. Let's do some comparison shots. So here is this angle in game, and this is what it looks like in real life. Here, wait, look, look, look. Imagine I'm in this chair right now. That's what you're looking at. Okay, that works. From this angle, oh, that's my bookshelves are gone. Oh boy. This is the Sims version, and this is what it looks like in real life. And then of the desk, here's our little Sims angle. And then of course, this is what it looks like in real life. So I did my best. I tried, okay? I really tried. It is kind of fun to see it in the game. I really like how the desk turned out actually. With all of this new stuff, this is so much more accurate than it ever used to be. I used to use one of the video game consoles, but like size it up and pretend that was a PC and put it like over in the corner. It was ridiculous. So this makes a lot more sense. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know that I've been like yapping away about everything, but hopefully it was interesting to you. I guess I'll put this on the oh no. Let me put it on the gallery as a room. Lil Simsie's office. I don't know if you actually want to download this, but in case you do, it is there for you. And with that, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. Thank you for watching. I've got a lot more videos coming that we're gonna build with the kits this week. I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned for those, and I'm gonna catch you all tomorrow. Okay, bye everybody. Okay, this is actually my second build that I've done with the kit, and I'm having so much fun. It's just so cool to see these things really exist in the game now. I'm just having a blast.